Welcome, everybody, to a very special edition. Let's get the star over here. That's how it should be. Cool Mike C, thanks for joining us. We have a living legend with us this way, PCO. PCO, thank you so much for joining us. This is truly an honor. I've been watching you wrestle for so long. Right out of the box, I have to ask you, how are you able to do what you do in the ring or out of the ring or through the ring at the level you do it at? Because no one, there's a select few of people in this world that are able to dish out and take the amount of pain that's delivered your way.
Yeah, it's just the passion and being so disciplined. I think I'm very, very disciplined. I go to the gym, go to bed early, except when I'm doing like promotional tour with Ross. But no, but seriously, like my regular life, when I have to focus on wrestling, I'm not promoting anything. I go to bed early. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Like I'm a very boring, focused wrestling focused person. That's the only secret. Like if I have something in my mind, like I want to get it there, and I want to go there to where I plan to go, and I feel like there's nothing stopping me. Like that's my mentality, and
Yeah.
the other side of it that I'm lucky of, that I feel like maybe that's the way I learned to bump. Because I didn't bump on the wrestling ring, like for my training camp wrestling, my wrestling school. I could only bump on the floor for 3 months, and I was looking at the ring like someone who couldn't wait to get in the ring, and I feel that gave me the base to be able to take those crazy bumps without hurting myself that bad.
That bad.
Not having no, but not having a bad back or
Yeah,
major injuries.
for sure. And
And
it's
PCO,
amazing.
Mix of all of
PCO,
it.
you're inhuman. We were at Center Stage in Atlanta, and you do a front flip, and the ring area is really small there, and we see you do a front flip, and we're like, oh my gosh, is he okay? Okay, so the fans that are like wondering, are you okay? What's your feeling? You seem cold after you get up right away. What's the feeling like? What's the pain like out of 1 through 10 when you're doing stuff like that and landing on the floor?
He's not a mortal
I
man,
can't
too.
really tell you because I'm so into what I'm doing that even if the pain was at 10, like I wouldn't be able to tell you it's at 10. It's like I don't know. I'm just doing it.
It's a
And
10 for you and a 2 for him because he's a much stronger individual than you. Let's
I
be
don't
honest.
know. Like I feel like I don't want to take credit for it, but it's just things that I can do that I just put my mind into it for so long, and then I just do it, and then it's not too bad. I don't deal with it like in a bad way after that. Like that maybe one time I did a electrical malfunction ropes, and it was only one layer of mat instead of two, like maybe 5 feet of mat. That was at the center stage in Atlanta, and there was a tope straight through,
Yep.
and I had like 14 stitches like over my eyebrow.
Wow.
I had to go to the hospital. I didn't remember much when I got up from there because the electrical malfunction is like the guys on the left side. I hit the rope on the left, but I dive on the wrong side because my electricities got mixed up in my head. So I'm diving into space, right? There's nobody there, and I'm clearing the mat and everything, and I crashed down with my head on the cement floor, and blood was pouring all over my face, and the crowd was chanting, "He's not human! He's not human!" And that was the
Truly.
worst feeling in the world.
Now, you said something a second ago that caught my attention. You said wrestling focused. That being said, you're in Quebec right now. You're promoting Slammiversary coming up July 20th. Tickets go on sale this Saturday at 10 a.m. TNAWrestling.com. What does it mean for you to be wrestling in Canada, Quebec, and being able to return to where it all started?
It means a lot because it's been a while since my parents came live to see me wrestle. It's been 5 years, The last time I wrestled in Montreal in front of my fans, the fans of Montreal, but I call them my fans, but they're not my fans. But there's a lot of people. Maybe I grew up in schools with them, or I played hockey with them, or I was part of a community, or I did Brazilian jiu-jitsu or karate or any kind of sport. So all the people that I encounters in my life, and they see the anniversary with TNA Wrestling, June 20th in Montreal. It seems like my phone is off the hook. You can, I mean, I all day long I'm just responding to messages. Everybody wants to come to Montreal and to witness that show, and have a lot of people are very excited, and people that came to see me many years ago that usually aren't wrestling fans, but they will be loud as hell in Montreal. I'm telling you guys, the crowd will be loud.
Oh,
yeah.
I have
It'll
no
be
doubt.
crazy. It'll be crazy.
Canadian crowds are big on wrestling and hockey, and this will be the first time since 2011 that TNA is going, back there. We're big fans. You always give it 110%. And I was going to just ask you, are there people now at TNA that you might be working with to kind of, mentor them a little bit, that kind of seek your guidance for a little bit of help to build their careers as well?
Not really. I'm not. That's not my type of. I mean, I put my 2 cents here and there for my matches, but I don't really go out of my way to just tell them what to do or what they should. I mind my own business, and it's the other way around. Like, I'm adapting to the new generation. I don't want them to adapt to what was done before. I want to adapt and evolve. There's things that I like, not as much as other people might think. Like, there's a certain aspect of the business that I think is very good, but if it's done too many times over, then it kind of exposes, a certain aspect of it. But in general, I'm all in for the way the business is evolving, just like the way hockey has evolved. It's different hockey now than it was before, and everybody that's just for give you an example. Now on D zone on hockey, and I'm sorry if I'm mixing up sports, but it's the
No,
men
go
to
for it.
men. It's a men to men thing now. You get your men on the D zone, but it
Do it.
was a zone defense before. So all the former coach, NHL former coach, they don't want to adapt. They don't want to see the man to man because they see too many problems and the guy scored a goal or whatever. And I feel in wrestling we have those dinosaurs where they don't want to evolve, and that's not what PCO is all about. I'm all about evolution, novelties, new things, combos, packing up 3-4 moves together, things like that. High flying, but nothing's gonna beat a good storyteller. That's the name of the game.
Right.
People that tell an awesome story.
Speaking of evolving, I've noticed your entrances have been so colorful. Wherever we go, whether it's Atlanta or Orlando, something different with your entrances. Is TNA the creativity behind that? Is that TNA and you, or is that just you with the creativity with your entrances, or who's been kind of behind that to help you out with that?
The super team effort. I come up with ideas, and creative. Like, they come up with the way to do it and the way to enhance it, and to, like, sometimes I have an idea but it's not clear but me, and make it happen. And um, I mean, my interests are getting really over because production team and creative team put a lot of time and efforts into it, and that's for my entrances. It's a lot of work to be put in. There's a lot of extras. We need some material, some lightning effects, and some, it takes time. It takes, you need to make an extra platform for it, to get enough space in the back. So it changes a lot to have an entrance like that. And I couldn't do it by myself. You need a very, very special team, a very talented team to do that. And our production team, I feel, is one of the best production team. I mean, we're really good. I don't know if they're not on the show, but yeah, I think every work you can ask.
Yeah, they hear a lot worse than what we say. There's a lot, there's a lot to an entrance, obviously, but I distinctly remember Cool Mike C was sitting right next to me in Atlanta when you came out and the lightning was hitting, but he goes, "Oh shit, it's PCO," because we know that stuff's about to get serious. So don't discredit that the entrance is the reason. We see the entrance and we're excited because we know the man's about to come out and do the thing. Future aspirations, like what are your own personal goals in TNA at this point? Do you want to become the TNA world champion? I know you've dabbled around with Moose and all these people. What is your personal goals there?
No, I mean, like I grew up, watching Dino Bravo, which was like a big champion here in Montreal, and a big champion, like, he with Hulk Hogan, and he toured. I think he main evented Hogan for almost a year just before, everything happened to him, and it went south. But before that, he was like a god in Montreal, and I grew up watching him, and I always wanted like to be like a little bit of like a Dino, like the the new Dino Bravo of Quebec. When I grew up, that's what I wanted. So of course, since I joined TNA Impact, it was always a goal of mine to become a world champion here. I never hide that fact. I'm transparent about it. It's been the goal since day one, of course. But yeah, I keep that. That's one of my focus, and yeah, that's. I'm very up and honest about it. Yeah, of course.
I love it. Cool, Mike C, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, with Slammiversary coming up, everyone's going to be excited. Like you said, you're going to blow the roof off the place. I know it's too early because they're not going to decide till probably June, but who would you like to face, whether it's at Slammiversary or coming up within TNA, that you really want to take it out on?
I mean, for me, like a match that's going to be significant, that's going to mean something, that would a significant outcome, something has to be important. It's not just, I'm meeting that guy and that's I'm happy with that. I want like something more. I want something big. Like that's what I want. I don't decide. I don't make those decisions. But personally, that's what I would like to have a matchup where everything's on the line, like everything's on the line, and to be able to perform in front of families and friends and all the TNA fans around the world. I know for a fact that I want people that don't watch the show all the time. So I'm really fired up for this one.
You'll win over new fans, that's for sure.
Oh man, I got goosebumps thinking about it. Oh my gosh, thinking about you saying I'm going to put it all on the line and put like title. Oh man, whenever that day happens and you put it on the line, I have no doubt that match is going to be completely unforgettable. Jay, we're right at 15 minutes, so if you have one more question, then we'll wrap stuff up. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask, PCO, at this point in your career, I feel like you have a lot left in you to give to TNA and to the fans, to your fans and to the people out there. How much time do you think PCO has left?
I mean, I look at what Sting has done, and he left with a good image, It didn't leave, on where people like felt sorry for him, so to speak. I think Sting is a very, very good model, a very good example for me.
Yeah.
And I don't. It doesn't mean I'm going to go that far, But one thing for sure, I want to reach out to the goals that I'm still in the game. It's not because I need the money or anything. It's because I want to achieve the goals that I've set when I was a kid, And I've listened to Denzel Washington. He says, sometimes when the saloon is full and you just wait, and eventually, even if it takes 2 or 3 days, you'll get an haircut if you stay there and wait. So I'm just
I like that.
happen. People get injured. Right opportunity shows up at the right time, and an event like for me, like an event like Slammiversary in Montreal, in my hometown. I mean, I really want to blow the roof off the place.
Yeah.
That's a great opportunity to showcase my talent and what I can do and what I can bring to the plate, because I feel like this character couldn't be played by a kid, couldn't be played by someone who's 25 years old. Frankenstein's about, and that range of age, and it works perfectly. And there's so many layers. Like now, you see me sometimes that Steph Delender, things are happening with her too. People are getting like interested, what's going on there, and things like that. So there's so many layers that could be intertwined with great storylines, and we haven't like tapping into the greatest potential of my character yet. So that's why the future is like I've got a few good years in front of me for sure.
Hell yeah.
Exciting. PCO, we really want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We are so excited for July 20th Slammiversary. Tickets on sale this Saturday, May 25th. I know they're going to show up and show out, and it's going to be an insane crowd. And I have no doubt that whatever you do there in Slammiversary, it's going to be special, like you said. Any closing words to the fans?
People, you and your fans and your audience, please circle that date, the May 25th at 10 a.m. Because I mean that first day will be crazy. A lot of tickets will be gone right off that first day. That's a fact. That I know. That I know the pulse, the buzz, the hype here in Montreal. So if you want a good seat and you want a seat at least, you don't want to be left out of the building, I would buy my ticket if I was a fan.
Right, before it sells out.
I would agree. Get a good seat now.
All around, they're gonna drive 5-6 hours to come to Slammiversary.
Don't be a loser. Get your ticket. Don't miss out on you said 2011. Cool, Mike. See, they haven't been there. It's been
that was the last time
time
TNA was in Montreal. So yes,
wow.
This is going to be a huge event for TNA fans.
Over a decade, they're salivating and can't wait for PCO to dominate. I can't wait. I love your character so much. I've been watching you for so many years. This is truly an honor for all of us. Thank you for joining us. With that, we'll let you have your day back in Quebec. Enjoy the lovely day up there. Thank you so much for your time.
It's an honor with you, and
we'll see you.
Yeah.
We'll see you there for sure. Thank you so much.
Very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks, PCO.